So how do you structure your routine? Because there's a lot of routines you can do. There's the 10-minute ab workout videos, and I've done one of those before. I think many have starting out. No hate towards them. And there's all sorts of routines like Tom Platz's leg day for not something that's really meant to be a routine. It's more like a challenge, and it's not meant to be taken seriously long term. There's a lot of stuff like that. Like, I don't even know if this is real, but there's probably a Ronnie Coleman arm day program that you can follow. What do all of these things that I mentioned have in common? They all have the exercises laid out for you. You're not the one who's thinking about the exercise, the reps, the sets. It's all set in stone. You don't have to think about what exercise to do or how to do it. You just do it. And the thing is, with all of those programs that tell you the exercise where it's all set in stone, they don't know you. Frankly, they cannot think at all. So they don't know that maybe your biceps are extra sore today because you lifted some heavy boxes the day before. Or maybe you walked down a lot of staircases the day you were maybe extra active, so your quads are a little bit more overworked. They're a little bit more sore. Nobody knows this better than you. Sure, someone might know. They're like, oh yeah, I saw you walk a lot. Your quads must be sore. Okay, but that's not really what my example is about. You know best what exercises you should do and how you should perform them, the reps, the sets. Is it an exercise where it's more of a hold, like a plank? Or maybe it's an exercise where you move, like hanging leg raises. The type of programs you're most familiar with is probably those online PDFs that have a program set for you. Some of them you pay, some of them are actually free. There's two main reasons why people follow these. Either A, they know how to structure their routine more optimally, but they're simple. So a program is more simple. If they say they're going to do 100 push-ups 5 times a week, they're going to do 100 push-ups 5 times a week, and then they're done with it. But another big one is that people really don't even know what exercise they should do. Sure, a lot of these people that go to the gym, maybe the pro bodybuilders, they look like they know what they're doing. They got this exercise, and they're doing this one. Then they're doing a bicep curl, and they're stopping at the end of the motion. So how do you know how to train? Well, you feel the muscle. What you do is you scan your body from up to down, and then you pay attention. What muscles are weak? What muscles are strong? What muscles are overworked? What muscles are underworked? What are tight and overactive? What muscles are underactive? Then it becomes super easy to think of an exercise that's best suited for you. And I think, obviously, I can't go into people's heads. I'm pretty sure this is what many of the pro bodybuilders do. That's why their routines look so sporadic and just uncontrolled. And everyone's like, oh, that must be what I'm missing. They're doing this crazy exercise where they're doing a squat with half a range of motion. And even when you start the exercise that was best suited for you, feel it. Like, do you want to go slow? Maybe do like a really slow push-up. Or maybe you want to pause at the end of the motion. What do you want to do? Feel what you actually need to do. And I don't know if you're going to be good at this right away, because I honestly don't remember when I started doing this. But realistically, like how most things are, you're going to get better at it with time, and you're going to be able to better understand your own body. And this might feel wrong at first because your routine is going to look kind of crazy. Oh, I did 10 push-ups, then I did 10 chest dominant push-ups, then I did 10 incline push-ups, and then I did this, and then I did that. And it might look like you aren't making progress, and you're just jumping around from exercise to exercise for no apparent reason. You might even feel pressure to not do a certain exercise because, oh, I really feel like doing this move, but this one YouTuber said that it's not a good exercise to do. Well, I think it's really hard to even be able to find a universally bad exercise. But there are exercises that will be bad for you. Let's say you're someone who can only do 5 push-ups, and then you attempt a 1-arm push-up. Well, you're weak, so your form is going to be off, and you're probably going to get hurt. Does that mean that 1-arm push-ups are a bad exercise? No, they were a bad exercise for you in that moment. So if you're just starting out, please, just any exercise is better than no exercise. Just don't do anything crazy. But look, here's a session that I had, and I know it's pretty weak, but honestly, I wasn't going that hard that day, and this is besides the point. Look at how many exercises I was doing. Look at this, just so many different exercises. I don't know exactly from memory because I'm not actually looking at this while I'm recording this, but I might have written down some of the exercises more than once when I was doing a second set of them later. But even if I did do that, still, look at all of these. So don't feel like you're some clown who doesn't know what he's doing when your routine looks something like this as well. Because variety is important. So don't expect that you're going to just be able to get by doing 100 push-ups and 100 squats every day. You're probably going to feel your muscles maybe in that movement a lot better. But this goes past just feeling what muscles need to be trained in what way, maybe what muscles need to be stretched in a different way, or maybe even your cardio. How much cardio you need to do, you can feel these things as well. And some might not be interested in, okay, cardio, stretching, I just want to get big muscles. But a really important concept that many need to realize is that pretty much all parts of training complement each other. Let's say you're someone who does weightlifting, but then you do running on the side. Well, you're weightlifting, that you're making your legs stronger. That's going to help you run. But that you're running, you're doing cardio, that's going to help you recover after your weightlifting session. So now look, you just increased your progress in both areas by working something that's not exactly that similar. When you add stretching to the picture, that's going to make everything better. That's going to help you in your weightlifting session, and that's going to help you in your running session. You don't want to be tight while running, and you want to have long stretchy muscles when you're training, because that's going to make you stronger. Having long, flexible muscles will make you stronger. So for strength especially, there are so many variables at play that come to strength. Cardio helps you improve your strength. Weightlifting helps you improve your strength. And like I said prior, stretching will help your strength. There's a lot of things that go into strength. But even if your only goal is building muscle mass, you might want to invest doing some things that aren't exactly to do with weightlifting. Like I said, running, that's going to help your recovery, and stretching, that's also going to help your recovery. Lastly, since we are on the topic of routines, I train every single day, and Bioneer actually made a video about this as well. And don't get the wrong idea, nor is Bioneer or am I training super hard every single day, having these big training sessions. But what he's talking about, and I'm going to explain right now, is doing light exercises and light stretches throughout the day. That's going to help you out in so many ways. Obviously, your joints are going to love you, because don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure your joints only get nutrients when you move around, and that's not something I'm overly confident in, but just know that if you move around consistently, your joints are going to love you. That might not be something that many people care about, but trust me, when your joints are nice and lubricated and they're healthy, it's going to feel a lot better than having damaged hip in your 50s, or even having just some slight lack of mobility right now. But yes, I do 100 push-ups, maybe 100 squats throughout the day. I don't know the exact number, because I just get up and then I do a light exercise when it feels good. Or maybe I do some stretches throughout the day when it feels good. I may get up and do some hamstring stretches. You should be doing this as well. You should always be moving, even on your rest days. Don't just sit on your couch.